Heck yes.
Ah, yeah. That's awesome.
It never gets old. It never gets old.
Certainly does not. All right. So here we are. Man, why is my camera so fuzzy compared to yours?
It's because I'm using the fine Mac products.
Ah, jeez.
They're like the Germans of computers.
Yeah. Okay, cool. Well, here we are. Got Macho Dan and myself, Cal Jameson, the Dungeon Master. And
we're missing a couple people right now.
Yeah, we're missing 6 a.m. and good old Mutt Man, but Mutt will be in a little bit later.
Mark and Jason, we're missing them. So Mark decided that his buddies were more important than hanging out with us as real friends virtually. So he's doing that because he's mean. And Mutt has other important things that are going on in his life, and we're going to give him a free pass because we like him.
Yes.
But if Mark, if you're watching, your excuse doesn't cut it. Anyway.
Hey, he had to get away from 5 kids, so I'll give him
yeah. As a dad, I totally understand.
Okay.
We got some exciting stuff tonight, and I'm excited about it because I am in a new world that I'm going to be in, and I'm excited for you to tell me about it.
The new world is tabletop role-playing games. Used to be only for nerds, now not. Now anyone can do it, and you're cool. In fact, I think the cool people are pushing out the nerds now. They're like, no nerds, you can't play. This is our game now. And no, just anyone can do it.
There's probably some nerd gatekeeping, and rightfully so, because this has been their their stomping ground for a long time. And I never was that kind of nerd, and I hope they'll accept me. I'm pretty nerdy. I feel pretty nerdy, but I was never that in that spectrum of nerd, I guess. So
right.
I'm hoping I'm accepted.
Yeah, well, you will be accepted, my friend. All are accepted. If there's one thing that I think RPG people, tabletop people have wanted for a long time is that more people would take an interest. Mm-hmm. You know, I remember when I was around 19, 20, trying to get everyone around me to come play. You know, we had this athletic kid that lived right next door to me. Super athlete, cool kid, he not the kind of person you'd think would play, but we convinced him to play and he loved it. My buddy Peter, who was he always used to laugh at us. We got him to play, and once he did, he's like, "Oh my gosh, this is so fun!" Yeah, and he still plays D&D today. And so, I feel like one of my goals in life is to get a few more people to try out tabletops.
All right. I mean, I've always been. We'll just call me tabletop curious. And I don't know. I think it feels like there's you said it the other night. There's it feels like a barrier to entry, and it's probably not as big as I'm imagining that it is. Yeah. But I think I have to. I mean, not like it's a crazy amount of money to invest, but it's dice, and you got to get the game, and you kind of got to know somebody. It's hard to. I feel like from the outside looking in, since I'm a newbie. Yeah, it would be hard to get into it without knowing somebody who already kind of does it, right?
Right.
So, and I'm sure there's online forums and stuff, and people are probably super cool. And there's a whole world, but anyway, it's still on the outside looking in. And I understand there's a lot of different types. I have a buddy who's super into Warhammer. Is that still considered a similar thing, or is that a different thing?
Yeah. Warhammer's it's kind of more based on miniatures.
Okay. Yeah.
It's really, really heavily based on miniatures. Right. We're going to be playing on here. I'll share the screen. We're going to be playing on Roll20.
Yeah, you showed me. So you showed me the theme, and I'm excited to create a character. And honestly, I thought about trying to think about like what I wanted my character to be, and I totally didn't at all think about anything. So I'm gonna come up with it on the fly. But I think that'll be funny because I'm not like I'm just gonna it'll just be on the fly. I'll create some whatever it is.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean that and creating characters, that's one of the areas. It's like a double-edged sword. Creating characters is really fun because especially in a game like this, you get to kind of make anything you want.
Okay.
And like this is Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, but it's in the same game system as Rifts, which has literally everything. You can be a hobo, or you can be a near god-like entity, like in anything in between. This same company made what's that?
I said that's wild.
Yeah, and the same company made like the Robotech role-playing game back in the days, like big like transforming mechs and stuff, and so yeah, there's just and everything has been like imported into it. Like back in the day, like when you used to have to go online and print up pages of stuff that you wanted. Like for me, it was sheet music a lot of the time, but it was also
I had a binder full of tabs.
Yeah, dude, and you either went to like Sam Goody and bought like bought the sheet music or the tabs, or you like you download it and then you printed it off the internet. But people used to upload like somebody did like Predator and Blade and any movie character you could think of. They converted it into this system, and so for Mark, he wants to be Nightcrawler from X-Men, and I found like all the superpowers. He had powers I didn't even know he had. Nightcrawler. I thought he just teleported.
Like what?
He has like a really mild like shadow meld ability where he can kind of like be undetectable in the shadows. He has like tiny suction cups so he can cling to walls and ceilings.
I think I knew that. I just assumed he was like Spider-Man and stuck to whatever. But
and then there's the last one. Oh no, he has night vision, and then he has like enhanced physical prowess and reflexes, so he can like like slightly superhuman. Like I would say, I mean, it seems like he's kind of in the Captain America category as far as like he's not like Superman fast, but
right, but he's fast and he's strong and he's durable.
Yeah, and he's a good Christian, good Catholic boy.
He is a good Catholic boy.
So this is on the screen now. This is Roll20. I don't have a map up because I haven't made a map for our game yet. Okay. Oh, and you can actually see me on there still, so I'm going to turn that off.
Yeah.
I have the camera turned off, but no. Oh, whatever. So, but you can see like the little squares. So we still are going to be using like kind of tokens for our characters, and we'll be on a map. That way we can track where we are, stuff like they're, not me because I'm the game master. I control everybody else. But so but this is a portal through which we play, and there's virtual dice that you roll and everything. So when we actually get into character creation on here, like the actual rules stuff, we'll all be on this app and then rolling the dice and everything, and they kind of show up over on the side there. So it's really cool. But I figured Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles would be the gateway drug for you guys because we're all comic guys.
Yeah.
I remember in middle school, what really drew me was I saw some kids like sitting there rolling the polyhedral dice. They're like clear and they're so cool looking. They're 20-sided and 12-sided and 8-sided, 4-sided, all the sided. And I thought the dice looked so cool, but then I saw the book and it was the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles book. And I was like, whoa, you can play a game where you get to be like a mutant animal and like fight ninjas. And to me, it just appealed to me so much. But I was so dorky that I wasn't even cool enough to play with the RPG nerds. I was so intimidated to go over and talk to them.
You're intimidated by the RPG nerds.
Dude.
That's saying something right there.
I was the height of introverted, man. I was just like, and I didn't know how to talk to people. But yeah. So I think we should start by. I was hoping we have some people in chat to help you make your character, but there's nobody in chat.
There's nobody in chat. That's okay.
They're lost.
They're lost. But this, I'm excited. So I guess like, what is the like method that we do to like get started?
So to get started, you generally will, the first thing you do is make your character. And the first step in that usually is rolling your attributes. So like, just a quick crash course for the uninitiated, including yourself. Role-playing games, tabletops are like, if you play like World of Warcraft or Final Fantasy.
Give me 1 second. I have a small child that's found their way downstairs. And you tell a joke or something. I'm going to turn my camera off for 1 minute.
I don't know any jokes. Thankfully, there's no one watching. So maybe if you're a person coming back to watch this later, you just scrub forward until you see Macho show back up. And until then, I'm going to go to Roll20, and I'm going to go to the screen where you roll dice, which is what we're already on. And I'm going to see if I remember how to do this. Oh.
All right, I'm back. I had to discipline the child. It's late on the East Coast. It's not late, but it's time for kids to be in bed.
Right. You had one up roaming around the halls?
I had one up roaming, and she is sort of hard-headed. So I had made some threats that I'm gonna have to deliver on, and that's
no.
But it's okay. That such is dad life.
That's part of being a parent, man.
Part of being a parent.
Rough, but we got to do it.
Yep. All right. So I'm sorry to interrupt. So let's go back to what you were saying about like character creation.
Yeah. So character creation is usually the first thing you do. And like I was saying earlier, you know, it's a double-edged sword because it's very, especially in this game, it's very involved.
Mm-hmm.
When you get to the actual rule stuff, like it's easy to say, man, I want to be a mutant Gila monster, and I want to be like bipedal, and I want to be, have like half human feature. Like you can make all that stuff happen with the rules, you know. You could say, I want to be a mercenary, you know, I want to be like, like the Expendables or whatever, like all that stuff, anything you want to be is in the game. So it's easy to say, okay, here's the stuff I want to be.
Yeah.
But then when you start rolling up your character, like there are, like I was saying, so there's like if you play any role-playing game, whether it's like JRPG, like Final Fantasy or Dragon Quest, whatever, or World of Warcraft, what goes on behind the scenes, like when you click attack, is actually this. It's dice rolls. The game has every game has a random number generator, which is a dice roll basically. Okay. And so what they're doing is they're actually approximating what happens in tabletops when we roll. Like in this game, if you want to attack your enemy, you roll a 20-sided die. If you roll above 15, or no, above, I forget, it's been a while. But if you roll above 5, I think you hit. But then armor plays into it. If they have armor, you have to roll even higher.
There's a lot of math in this, right? Are you doing like adding and subtracting for hits and stuff? Yeah.
And then, I mean, this it's when you do it digitally, it's so much of it's done for you.
That's great because I'm not good at any math.
Dude, I hate math.
Hate it.
But yeah, back in the day, you'd have a scrap piece of paper. You write your hit points, and then you keep subtracting until they're all gone. But yeah, so in this, so like if you think about like a lot of people might know D&D better, but like in D&D you have strength, you have intelligence, you have dexterity, constitution, and there's one more. In this game you've got I think 8 attributes. And those basically make up your mental and your physical, who you are mentally and physically. So you've got intelligence quotient, or your IQ. You have mental endurance, mental affinity. So mental endurance is like, like how well you stand up against pressure, or like or insanity. Like if you're fighting like a Cthulhu type thing and it induces insanity, how well you stand up against that, or psionic abilities like psychic abilities. All that kind of stuff, or horror factor if something's very scary. So your mental endurance is how much you can take of that. Then you have mental affinity, which is like how likable you are, or scary, depending. You know, like if you're like Jack Burton from Big Trouble in Little China, you probably have a pretty high mental affinity because you're really likable, even though people don't like you, they still can't help but like you.
Gotcha.
That kind of thing. Then you have physical strength. Obviously, that's pretty obvious. You have physical prowess, which is your agility, basically. That's how good you are with hand weapons, bow and arrow, stuff like that. How quickly you can dodge and parry.
Oh, no.
Physical beauty. That's pretty self-explanatory.
Yeah.
And then speed. So how fast you can run. So those are your 8 attributes. And those are, so you start by rolling those. Each of those are 3 6-sided die.
Okay.
And then I have house rules. So like if you roll a 1, you re-roll that. If you roll, I think if you roll choose, I don't know, it doesn't matter. This is bad radio. But if you roll a certain amount, like if you roll a certain number on the die, you hit a certain number, you actually get an extra die, which makes you like extraordinary. And then based on your what skills you pick up, like if you pick up running, like when you're going to pick skills later, if you pick up running, that'll boost your speed, that'll boost your physical prowess, your endurance, stuff like that. If your character is has done wrestling in high school or whatever, then that makes you stronger, you have more endurance. So all this stuff that kind of funnels into your character sheet, and then by the time you're done rolling everything, picking all your skills, you've got like this condensed set of statistics that is your character.
Okay.
And then for us, people like you and me, that's when the fun part comes in. That's when you create your story, your backstory.
Right.
Like, okay,
you've
got all this stuff, or you can do that beforehand, and then you can tool all that other stuff into your backstory. And then a side note, just like for writing, for yourself and any other writers who might be watching, game mastering in a tabletop is one of the best ways to develop your world building and character development skills. When I started, I started leading a group online, DMing a group online like 6 or 8 years ago. And I was kind of like, kind of still just beginning as a writer, but building that world and creating the characters and their backstories, I took like 10 times longer than most game masters would. But it taught me so much about how to build a world that like fits together and the characters that are alive in that world, And it is a lot of extra time though. So like, if you're already busy, you're a dad, you work, being a game master probably isn't the best way to learn world building and character development. But if you get a chance, it really helps. It helped me to understand like those aspects of writing. And I know I'm a much better writer for it. So
cool.
But yeah, that's the basics of like how you start. You just create your character, and once that's done, once all the players have created their characters, then we do session 1, and that's your crash course because I'm going to throw you guys into the action pretty quick. I've been listening to. I went on YouTube and I was trying to find like other people playing Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, and I found this group and I'm watching it, and like the game master is so boring. And I'm not saying I'm super interesting, but I'm a writer. Like I understand where to start a story that will get people into it, and where to go with it. What kind of the stuff as a writer that we know. But this guy, like, he started them all like in like shackled with leather straps into like pods. And then he's just like, okay, that's where you are. What do you guys do? And I'm like, we try to get out of the leather straps, and then I mean, there's like over an hour of them just trying to get out of these pods that they're stuck in, and I'm like, dude.
Well, yeah, like that's not enough information for them to go with, right? So I guess so correct me if I'm wrong, and I'm probably wrong, but the way I understand it, like you'll lay out a scenario, and then we're either like attacking something or trying to escape, or like, for example, be like, okay, whatever, I'm going to use my strength and I'm going to rip the leather straps to break free, and then I roll a dice to see the outcome. Like, correct?
Right.
Kind of how it works.
Yeah,
and we can kind of play off of what's happening in each other and the storyline to create these like this adventure, basically, right?
Yeah. So the game, like you said it perfectly. The game master creates an adventure.
Mm-hmm.
But here's the thing: like it's such a punishing thing to do for game masters, because generally you'll create something, and if you don't want to railroad your players, you don't want to like give them the illusion of freedom, but actually not freedom.
Right.
Then you actually have to be able to think on your feet. And if I have something down a dark alley and I'm like, so you guys see something glinting down the dark alley, it's like glowing yellow eyes maybe, and my, I'm thinking you're going to go down that alley, and you all go, well, we want to go across the street and get a drink at the bar and see if there's any jobs in town or whatever. Well, I didn't prepare for that, so then I have to improvise in that moment and bring you guys into a situation that I didn't prepare for. What I try to do is prepare, like I actually create whole entire like in Rifts, everything it's post-apocalyptic, so there's not a lot of big cities, so there's like villages and small towns. So I'll create like all the points of interest in the town. So if you don't go down that dark alley and you say I want to go across the street to the bar, I know who's at the bar. Like I know the bartender. I created the character. I know their background, and so I have information. So you'll go over there.
I can see how like world building I can see how it would be fun because you're like creating all these people, but I see how it could also be like totally like just intimidating to have to come up with all this stuff to for your characters to interact with or not, like, and you might be like really proud of somebody and they just walk right past them or whatever.
Oh yeah.
But
man,
that's cool. No, I think it's pretty exciting to think like that. Like we can kind of interact, and so we can kind of like let's say Mutt and Mark and I were all together in this, and we're like in this adventure. Can we be like, hey, do you think we should go down that alley? Like, what if it's gold? Like maybe it's gold, or like or we like have to take a turn and just make a decision.
Yeah, I mean, it'll be group consensus, or you guys can split up. Like you might want to go down the alley, and the other two might want to go across the street.
Be like, Mark, you can bamf over there and see what it is.
Yeah. If you like, you and anyone watching, if you want to like kind of an interesting like look into how old RPGs work, you could watch. There's like 3 episodes of the show Community where they play Dungeons and Dragons.
Okay,
and it's not perfect because they have to fit the whole adventure into a half an hour or 22-minute episode of a television show. And usually an adventure, like if you're doing a one shot, it'll take 3 or 4 hours.
Oh wow.
So we'll be doing like, if we have a 2-hour stream, then and like this will be something like I have an overarching story planned.
Okay.
That if you guys all like playing, then we can just keep this going. If people like it and you guys like it, we keep it going. Our characters keep going. But like if I give you guys a short adventure to start, it'll be 2 or 3 weeks. It'll be 4 to 6 hours probably. So in the community episodes, they're cramming an entire adventure into 22 minutes with also extra gags and stuff. So it's not super accurate, but it's an interesting. What it does is it'll show you like how it's possible to have fun, because some people don't really understand how to have fun in these kind of games.
Sure.
I think you're picking up on it, but like a lot of people are like, I don't think I like it. It's not really my cup. And I'm like, no, everyone likes, every single person I've introduced to RPGs have enjoyed it. I made a D&D adventure. No, I bought a D&D adventure for like the starter adventure in the new it's 5th edition, I think. Okay. And my son and my wife played.
Okay.
And I dragged them into it, and they were like, okay, fine, I'll play. And then they were like, oh my gosh, this is so fun. Like, this is really fun. And it's because it's not because of the game. It's because of it's the community. It's like, as Christians, we would say fellowship, but you're doing something fun together. It's like a step and a half above like Monopoly or something, like,
okay, cool.
Like, you get around a table, you don't play Monopoly because you like buying hotels and houses. You play because you want to hang out with your friends and do something fun.
Right. Yeah.
And that's
the closest I'd say I've even, like, I know it's not a tabletop RPG, but the closest thing I've gotten to a game that I invest a lot of time in is playing like Catan with some of my buddies.
Yeah.
Like, I like playing some Catan. And but I could see how this could become a super fun thing. And I like the idea of us doing this. And this is like, I don't want to get too much into how the sausage is made or whatever, but like doing we can even do we'll do these live sometimes, and then sometimes maybe we're just hanging out offline, like and whoever, and we continue it, and then we can just put it up online for people if people want to even watch it. But that's cool too. We might get some viewers by like tagging tabletop RPG and stuff like that.
Let's hear.
Anyway,
I agree. I like that idea, man. That's good.
So there he is. There he is.
What up?
Muttron 5000.
What's up? It's the new and improved Muttron 5000. What's up?
Dude, I think Mutt already has his name for his character. Muttron 5000.
Did I step into it right?
Yeah, dude. I think you could be like, I think he should just be a robot guy. Anyway, we were getting ready. You came at the right time. So Cal just explained to me the tabletop RPG world, why it's cool and what's exciting about it. And so, I know you don't know any of that. It's fine. You can watch this later and get excited. But I think it's going to be cool. And we're going to at least create a character for you tonight. And we're going to have some fun doing it, I think.
Okay. Yeah. Sounds good to me.
Okay, cool. So that's where we're at then. So what you guys got to do is come up with what kind of character you want. I mean, and it can be literally like anything. Oh, let me give you the setting first, okay?
Yeah, I was going to ask.
So, okay, if we were going to play straight riffs, that's post-apocalyptic, like that's and that's, we can delve into that later. But that's after this cataclysmic event happens on Earth, and there are these magical ley lines all over the planet that wherever they intersect, there's a rift in space and time that can go to anywhere. It can go to the past, the future, another dimension, another planet, and they're all over the planet. And there's fantasy, there's like high fantasy, there's sci-fi, there's like people in big robot suits, there's monsters and ghosts and demons. Everything is on that. But we're in Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, so we are in 1990s Seattle.
Yes,
that's where we're starting. So, and because it's Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, just think. I don't know if you guys ever read the comics or if you just watched the cartoons, but if you read the comics, think the comics, not the cartoons.
So slightly, I guess it's more gritty, right?
More gritty. I mean, we're gonna joke. You can't freaking straight faced play an RPG or you suck. I mean, those people. That's why the Satanic Panic thing. That's one of the reasons that took hold in the 80s, because there were people that were really attached to their character. One person killed himself, I think, but they had like underlying depression and stuff. Okay. But like you get attached to your character, you take it too seriously, and that's your world. Like, and then you're. Like, it's more important to you than real life.
That's what I'm going to do. That's my plan.
Yes, I was hoping somebody would do that. No, but people really do that. There's a movie, you guys, you probably won't want to watch it. It's called Zero Charisma, I think, and it's about a dungeon master who he's just an unlikable person. He's an awful dungeon master. He railroads his players. I mean, he doesn't give them any choice. It's all illusion of choice. And like when they don't do the thing he wants them to do, he gets really upset. But that's a good look at those kind of people where there's no fun, you know? if you can't laugh like half the time, then it's just not worth playing, because like I was saying before Mutt jumped in, it's not about the game. It's about doing something together as a group. We're telling a story together. And because Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles is such a fun genre, it's just a fun IP, it's a great place to start, you guys.
Sweet.
Yeah. So you can literally, basically you can be anything, like any mutated animal, or you can just be a human with like some latent psychic ability or superhuman powers. Like Mark wants to be Nightcrawler from X-Men.
Classic.
So,
I mean,
so
like,
he can,
before he even said that, I knew that's what he was going to pick. Like, I was not surprised one bit. But I told Cal, he gave me I had more than 24 hours to prepare, and you'll be shocked to know I did nothing.
Really?
At all to prepare.
That's unlike you. That's very much unlike you.
But look, this is what I was thinking. Since we're using Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles as the base, I was like, I'm going to do a mutated animal. So I'm going to pull up a random animal generator, and it's going to spit out 12 animals, and then we're going to pick an animal. All right?
Yes, let's do it.
Does that sound good?
Yeah.
So I'm going to share my screen so people can see this if anybody watches it.
Okay, I'll put that up.
So that I'm being for serious about this.
Yeah.
All right. So look. So this is something. This is just what came up. So I'm gonna hit a submit. I'm gonna do a new one. But when it came up, there was an American obese black bear, a cuscus, an electric eel, a vampire bat, a Galapagos tortoise, glowworm,
pig,
gray seal pig, flamingo, bumblebee, freshwater crocodile, and coyote. So I don't know what I'm going to get. And out of all of these, I have 12 options, and whatever comes up, I'm going to be one of those. Does that sound good?
Yes.
You're hoping there's going to be something stupid that you're going to.
Of course, I'm hoping for pig. But there's a pig guy in Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles.
I kind of don't maybe I should not do something that has already been done, right? Like it shouldn't be a turtle or a warthog or whatever. It should be something kind of unique. So anyway, here we go. Are we ready?
Ready.
Submit. All right. An Eastern Lowland gorilla.
Oh.
Poison dart. That's pretty cool, actually. A caiman lizard, poison dart frog, an Arctic hare. Look at the beaver.
I love it.
He looks like the beaver from what's that C.S. Lewis movie? Shoot. The one. The wardrobe. The Lion, Witch, and Wardrobe.
Yeah.
Squirrel monkey. Ooh, Bengal tiger. A Zorse.
What is that?
It's a zebra and a horse. A Zorse and two types of a cane toad and a frog and coral. I got coral.
Get some frogs off the screen.
That tiger's a thick boy too. Look at him.
Yeah, I like the Zorse. I think that's your best. I think that's your best option.
A Zorse? Okay. Yeah. I mean, I'd be down with the Zorse. All right. Look, I mean, is everybody agree? Is that what I'm going to do? Am I going to go with Zorse?
I think Zorse.
A mutant Zorse.
All right.
I like it. I think that'll be easy to find. So what I'm going to do is there's the original book.
Oh God! Can I look like this one? Hold on.
Oh my gosh, dude! If you look like that, you have to wear.
Look like this. Yeah, I want to look like this guy.
You have to wear a Speedo all the time. That's zebra striped. Okay, quick funny story. I think my first mutant animal character when I was playing these games back in the day was a mutant polar bear. He was fully human looks, so he was extremely tall. He was like 7 feet tall, pure white, but he was invulnerable. He had superpowers, and his superpowers were magically derived. Though he had magical underwear that he was impervious to all harm, and so were his underwear. But that was it. So they called him the Streak because he would like run into an explosion and like get blown out, and he's fine, but he's other than his Speedo, he's totally nude.
That's hilarious.
Anyway,
Magical Speedos.
Well, I'd like to be some sort of anthropomorphic Zorse man. And I feel like, oh gosh, what kind of guy is he? Is he like what would a Zorse, if you could imagine a Zorse as some sort of heroic person, what would it be? Would it be like a mercenary? Would he be like some sort of like military or police officer?
What about a Zorse that is a Minotaur / Zorse?
That's kind of cool.
You could kind of be like a person, but also be like that. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that, and it could also be kind of funny because that's kind of cool. A Minotaur style.
Yeah.
What do you mean Minotaur style? Like where he has the horse legs?
Yeah, where he's got the horse body, but the torso of a man that comes off the front.
Yeah.
Oh, that's like a centaur.
Centaur.
Centaur. Hey, all right. Zorse Centaur, man.
A Zorse Centaur would be pretty good.
Yeah,
all right.
The only problem with this is going to get into some weird, like, somebody's going to watch this and they're going to start doing some like weird art about this.
Fan art of you?
Fan art,
yeah. I hope so. Well, you'll be shirtless, that's for sure.
Oh yeah. Well, you know what? Like, if I had a sweet '70s van and I could paint anything on it, I feel like an airbrush mural of myself as a Centaur Zorse, would be top of the list, maybe.
Well, I think it chimes in perfectly with your personality. So do we want these guys to have our personalities, or are we making up characters that are not like us?
Whatever you want.
Okay.
I've gone back. I've done both. I've been completely not like me, and also made characters that are, very similar to me.
What's our next step then? Oh, go ahead. Sorry, Mike.
Well, I was going to say, I feel like you definitely need some weaponry. Can we talk about weaponry yet, or no?
Oh yeah, that's
not there.
Well, okay. So what we can do now, I'm going to pull up a note, one note to write some stuff down for you guys. So, I'm actually going to copy this. Can I copy it? How do I do that? Copy, paste. Okay. So let me put your name. I have to take some notes for you guys. So we've got Mutt and we've got Macho. I'm going to ask you some questions to start now. This actually is a good place to start.
Okay.
Actually, before we even know what both of your animals are going to be, some of these questions are going to be good just to kind of start you out. And then, the like weapons and stuff, that'll come once you kind of decide. There's kind of occupations you can choose.
Okay.
And then if it's not in the book, then we can just make one. Crap. That's probably one of my daughter's friends. But let's start out with number one. Stop barking. Seriously?
Burp, burp.
This is not good radio or television, Angel. Stop. I'm going to throw something at you.
I'll throw stuff at my dog all the time.
Yeah.
He's so little, though, anything would probably like knock him out. Okay. Actually, no, you know what? Most of these questions we can ask later. So professions, that's kind of when you're going to get into like, what's your loadout? Like what's your everyday carry? What do you have at home? What do you need? And that another thing we need to talk about is like, I wish Mark was here for this, because like, do you guys want to be like a team already? Like Mystery Men style, like where you know, do you guys watch Mystery Men back in the day? Or
yeah, we could do like that, and we could call it the Goon Squad. That'd be so much fun.
Goon Squad, that would be good.
Yeah, so if you're already like a kind of like a super team, or like, you know, whatever, like a vigilante team, that would be great. That'll take a lot of the work out of it for me, of trying to like get you guys to meet up. But But yeah, if you're already a team and you're called the Goon Squad,
Yeah,
that would be phenomenal.
yeah,
You couldn't have made me any happier.
Yeah.
So okay, so then if that's the case, then you're either mercenaries or you're vigilantes. You're something where you're either fighting crime for money or you're fighting crime for just to be a good person.
for money.
Perfect.
We're like a for hire.
Yeah, heroes for hire.
Okay. Yeah,
well,
I like that.
You're not going to get a Zorse Centaur Dan for free. I mean, that's going to cost
that
you
is
something.
Right. So let me. You can keep going, Cal. But if you type in Zorse Centaur on Google, you get about like 15 things, and only a few of them are horses. One of them looks like a taste of Thanksgiving. It's like people getting Thanksgiving food. There's like a person with a red. I don't know. It's just really strange. I was hoping there'd be more, but
weird.
I found an empty end of the internet somehow.
The end of the internet.
I'm drawing a picture of Dan as a Zor Centaur right now, Bo.
Okay, cool.
Okay, I gotta get my source books up for TMNT. Let's see here, TMNT. We're gonna go with the core book. There we go. And okay, we've got. Let's see. So there are actually there are tables you can roll on, but Dan did that with the internet, so that we don't need to use the tables. But there's so in the core book, there's everything. There's like urban animals, like dog, cat, mouse, rat, that stuff like that. Rural animals like cows, pigs, chickens. Wild animals like coyote, fox, otter, beaver, muskrat, etc. Wild birds, and then zoo animals, but that's the first book. Then there's like 6 or 8 like supplementary books where they've got like Australian animals. They've got like pika is one of it. There's one book that only has one new animal. It's a pika. Pikas are friggin' cute. If you've never seen a pika, they're so cute. So anyway, so horse. What I'm gonna do is use the rules for horse because it's the same thing as a Zorse except it doesn't have any stripes, and we'll just give you the partial stripes. And
good.
Let's see here. Animal characters, attributes. So, well, so Mutt, I sent you guys all like an invite to Roll20, which is what you see on your screen.
Mm-hmm.
That's where we're gonna play through. It's the portal, like the RPG portal. Your maps will be on there. Your little character avatars. We should either have Mutt, or whoever. Yeah, do some avatars, and that would be cool. Like just like a bust, like a face or something. Because they're just tokens to move around on a map.
Okay.
So I sent you guys all invites. So we can roll dice on here. If you guys look over on the right, you'll see Cal J rolled 2D something 6. And so you can actually roll on the app. But since you guys need to actually create an account, it's a free account, but you have to create it. I can actually do the rolls for you tonight. We can kind of at least get the very basics of your characters done before we're done tonight.
Mm-hmm.
But okay, so now that we have Dan's animal, Mutt, what are you thinking?
Here's Macho.
Oh wait, you messed up. Hold on, give him the screen. I want to see.
Yeah. Let's see.
Shoot. There we go.
You done messed it up, Boomer.
Hold on, I got it.
Yeah.
Did you just now do that? Just now?
Yeah, real quick.
It's a warm up.
This is a straight up warm up. WIP.
Dude, I love it. I look kind of like Chewbacca, and it's awesome.
Yeah, you got like a mohawk that goes all the way down.
Yes. Oh, I'm so happy. Yeah.
But we got to get you some guns, I think. But we'll get to that.
Yeah.
Right.
Oh, I need some guns. Yeah, you keep going with that. I love where this is going. I'm excited to be a centaur.
You know what's funny is that someone can ride you around.
No, I'm planning to. That's why I wanted him to do that, because I need some transportation. My guy was going to
be good. Mutt should be like kind of like a small thing, whatever he is. Whatever
yeah.
It would be funny, and he could.
I'll be a troll.
Back. A troll.
Dude, it's funny. I don't think there's a specific rule in the book to make your character. I need to look it up to make you have like the full 4 horse legs and also 2 arms, but I'm gonna freaking allow it because this is comedy gold.
Yes, excited about it.
We're in.
It's so
breaking the law already.
So let's do we finish my character and then we have Mutt make his? Is that how we're gonna do this?
Well, let's have Mutt pick an animal for himself, and then we can start going forward with all the roles. I'll do that at the same time.
Should we do the same thing, or do you have an animal, Mutt, that you want to pick?
Well, I would pick something fierce and awesome.
Yeah, that's why we shouldn't do that.
Yeah, so you should probably make me do the same. You should probably pull the page up again, and just to make it fair, we should all do that.
Yeah,
I think so. Oh, yeah, Mark should do that. We should make him do that too. All right, I'm going to do 12 again. Hold on.
I watched a stream where they did one character was like a 3-foot tall black bear, like mutated black bear, and the other one was like a 6'8" squirrel.
Oh,
they just and you can do that. You can absolutely do that.
All right.
Okay, so let me grab that. There we go.
Okay, so this is how it was. Oh wait, so I'm gonna do 12. So there's an earwig. That's really pretty.
Oh my gosh!
All right, so I'm gonna hit it right now. Oh, we got pig.
Oh, pig.
Oh, we
got
got
a flamingo and a hippo. Why is everything fat?
We got bull shark, an eye. Oh my gosh, look at that thing.
An eye.
That's cool.
That's kind of cool. I like the eyes.
What is that? Look that up. Oh, it's a Madagascar thing.
Kingfisher, a giant African snail, land snail, a giraffe, an Asian elephant. I mean, the eye is kind of creepy and weird looking, and it would fit the small thing you can ride around on my back.
Yeah.
You like that? Or I would say that. I mean, it would be we could do like Street Shark style.
I'm thinking. Let me go down again.
This is at the bottom. Asian elephant, giraffe, a snail. The kingfisher's kind of cool, but I don't know how cool.
Yeah, I'm not sure how cool that would be. I think, we can go with the eye.
We can go with the eye.
Okay, let me look that up and see what that's most closely related to.
It's the ugliest thing I've ever seen.
It's so hideous.
Oh my gosh, it's terrifying.
My eyes are squinty, and that thing's eyes are wide open like a demon. Look at that.
Oh my gosh.
Oh my gosh, dude! All you guys have to do as a vigilante team is just show up. The criminal's like, I give up.
There's a horseman, some freak, weird.
That's terrifying.
Yellow-eyed demon beast.
What's with its like wispy hair, dude? Oh my god!
It looks like my dog Louie, who's losing his hair. Like got underneath a cabinet with a bunch of cobwebs and stuff, and came out. I shaved my beard and it fell on his head or something. Awful.
Yeah, it's horrible. I'll take it.
Yeah, it's. I didn't even talk about the butterfly. It's a cute butterfly, but the eye just totally. Oh, look at it! God.
Could I be an eye but have butterfly wings?
No. Well, I don't think there's any rules for chimeras, multiple animals, but maybe I can work something up.
No, we'll stick with it. How about we start with eye? and we'll see how it goes from there.
Look at
Okay.
Look at these creepy like spider fingers.
The thing is awful.
Okay. Hey, now that you're on here, I need to run to the bathroom. I'll be right back.
Okay.
Yeah.
Stopping the camera.
Why do I need to be on here for him to go to the bathroom?
Because it's awkward to like leave Cal and you say like, hey, I'll be right back. Like, add the show. Like, just keep talking. It'll be great.
I
okay, I'll be right back.
I understand. Right. Go to the bathroom.
I'm gonna tell our viewers about the II wall, because I have to find it, because I'm sure it's such a niche animal. I'm sure it's not going to be in the rules, but I'm going to find it whatever the closest thing to it is.
Yeah.
And I'm going to add a horror factor to it, because just looking at this thing is going to terrify people. Although the baby ones look kind of cute. I'm gonna say that. I've got like a cycling. Here, I'm going to put this on the screen. There's like a cycling.
I want to be an adult II, not a baby II.
Yeah, that's probably smart. Let's see. I'm going to remove. How do I do that? I'll share.
Yeah, you got
stop screen, and then I'm going to share a new screen, and it's going to be a Chrome tab, and it's going to be II.
Oh okay. Yeah, look at that.
So here, well, this will cycle through while we're reading about. So, due to its bizarre appearance and unusual feeding habits, the II is considered by many to be the strangest primate in the world.
It is too.
It's the world's largest nocturnal primate. Oh, so you're nocturnal.
Nocturnal. That's good.
Unusual physical characteristics include incisors that are continually growing, unique among primates, extremely large ears, and a middle finger, which is skeletal in appearance. Good Lord, God.
It's a wretched thing. A wretched
thing. God is an amazing creator. Sometimes you go, well, what about this one?
I mean, he literally was like, that day, he was like, I got a bunch of this weird stuff left. Like,
just have it all together.
It's a leftover parts.
Oh, God, it's hideous, but just, go on and reproduce and make many more,
Yeah.
It's used. Okay, that skeletal middle finger is used by the animal as a primary sensory organ.
I figured it was like
strange.
Ew, look at that thing.
So it sticks its weird finger way out.
Oh yeah.
To find things.
It touches stuff with this weird skeletal middle finger.
Yes.
Okay, I gotta find.
Okay. What if I was thinking like what if he's like our weapons specialist or something? No, he would be like a ninja or something.
Well, don't we get to that part later? Like we have to pick the animals and then we do those things.
All right, cool.
So they're closely related to lemurs.
That thing's not related to anything.
It's
the closest thing to that is just a gross possum. Other than that, it's on its own.
It was pretty hideous, but
yeah, it's hideous. Perfect.
Would be a little riding on the back of a Zor's Dan.
And I have a sweet mohawk and stuff. It's gonna be great. How big of an Like I know eyes are probably small, but how big? Like maybe you're like, how tall are you?
I mean, at least goblin size, right?
Goblin like I have to be able to. Yeah, what's average goblin size? We should ask.
That's like it's like a 45 pounds, about 2.5 to 3 feet tall.
Average goblin size is 3 to 3.5 feet tall. That's what it says here. On Goblin Dungeons and Dragons. So I feel like we should go with the RPG. So 3 to 3.5 feet tall.
Sounds good. Sounds good.
Goblin faced eye.
That's it.
That's
55 pounds. I'm a 55 pounder.
55 pounder, yeah.
All right.
With my sweet middle finger that touches things.
Oh my gosh.
That's so funny.
That's gross.
Imported animals. I'm looking for a lemur. If we can't find a lemur, we'll modify a chimp or something. Or not chimp, but like a little monkey of some kind. Outback, kangaroo, koala, numbat. What is a numbat?
I'm gonna look that up while you're looking for.
Yeah, go ahead and find that.
Numbat, huh? Oh, weird. Numbat's kind of cool. A numbat looks a little bit like an aardvark, but like an aardvark and a squirrel had a love child. That's kind of what a numbat looks like, and it has stripes on its back.
Huh.
What is this? A qual. They look kind of like a Tasmanian devil. Anyway, I'm learning all sorts of animals tonight.
This is really educational.
Yes, we're if we're not about education here on Breaking Rad, I don't know what we are.
What are we here for if we're not going to educate?
We are educating.
Animal type. Oh my gosh, I want a better table of contents. Come on. Chimpanzee, no. Monkey. I think we'll just go with monkey. I can't find a lemur, but they're pretty. Yeah. They're pretty close.
That'll work.
I think they'll have all the similar features. So, okay, zoo animals, monkeys on there, and then I've got a horse over here. Perfect. Okay,
like
so
things that are just like not part of the game. First thing.
Well, the whole, I mean, like the point of this game is to make everything possible, but they didn't do so. Palladium Books lost the rights to Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles at a certain point. Okay. Oh, I love it. Let me put that up on the screen.
That's me sitting on your back right now.
Yeah, dude, that's incredible.
I love it.
We're getting there.
Yeah, I love with your weird droopy middle fingers.
Yeah.
So they lost the license at a certain point, so they just stopped making books for it. They did a few after, but and I'm sure if I look harder, I might find a lemur. But we don't need that tonight. We just need your basic, like we need to roll your guys' attributes and start talking about like what kind of character you want to be.
Okay, cool.
So I'm gonna go ahead and run over to Roll20, and I'm gonna roll. Actually. Is there a way to make that like full screen? Oh yeah. Okay, let's do that. That way people can see exactly what I'm doing.
Sweet.
All right. So I'm gonna go ahead and backslash. There's a way you can set it up to where you just push a button and it rolls dice. But right now I'm just doing the command. So roll. There's a way to do like 3d6 times 8. I think that's possible. Let's see. No, that didn't work. Roll 3d6. Oh, there's a macro you can set up. I don't want to do that. I'll just freaking do it over and over again. Okay, so let me clear. So forget about the 7 and the 3. We're starting with Macho.
Okay.
And I'm gonna roll 3d6. 8 times. So you got a 6. Boom.
Okay. What's that mean?
Well, that's an awful roll.
Oh no.
No, but you got 2. But the point is, you got 2 1s. So any time you roll a 1, you re-roll that.
So roll 2 more times.
Yeah. So I'm gonna roll 2 more d6 for that one. But let me go up. This is gonna get edited out at some point. I don't know how to do that, but. Let me go down. We're going to go. I'm just going to take these notes down. So we've got roll 20. We got a 1. I'm going to roll 2d6. You got another 1. Okay. Roll 1d6. And you got a 4. So you've got a 6, a 4, and a 4.
Okay.
You got 14. So not too shabby.
Okay.
This might, this is gonna take forever. We should I'm gonna do this off stream because it actually isn't all that important. And I let you move. Like you're gonna roll 8. I'm not gonna make you put your first roll on on your intelligence. You
Okay.
know, you can move them around wherever you want. So I'll roll these all for you guys after stream.
Okay.
And then we'll talk on DM or whatever.
You'll have our characters kind of listed out. We're creating the characters, and then you're going to roll to get all our attributes. Is that right?
And I'll talk to you guys, because some of the stuff is like, okay, if one of you guys wants to be like a bodybuilder, like be able to lift half a truck or something, well, obviously you're going to put a lot into strength. But there's other stuff where it's like, okay, mental endurance, mental affinity, physical beauty might not be super important to you.
Yeah.
So by the way, Mutt, I went through these with Dan earlier, so I'll go through them with you real quick.
Okay.
So in Rifts, you've got 8 attributes that basically comprise your mental and physical, who you are mentally and physically. So it's intelligence. Obviously, that one's self-explanatory. You got mental endurance. That's how well you stand up against like stress, anxiety, horror, and psychic abilities.
Okay. Okay.
Then you've got mental affinity, and that's just basically how likable you are or how scary you are. Like likable, I think of like Han Solo or like Star-Lord.
His should be very scary. Whatever.
And then on the other end, you've got like Thanos or what, they're just scary. Like,
right.
You don't have to like, you just hear him speak a word and you're like, okay, I'm scared now.
Yeah.
So that's what mental affinity is. And so that influences how well you're able to trust, like invoke trust or intimidation in somebody.
Okay.
Then you've got physical strength. Duh. You got physical endurance. That's basically kind of how much damage you can take, how well you stand up against like poisons and things like that. Then you got physical prowess, which is like your agility. It's like how deft you are, with lock picking or like swinging a sword or firing a bow and arrow, stuff like that. It affects how many attacks you have at a certain point. Like if you have a certain level of physical prowess, you can have an extra attack, stuff like that. Physical strength, physical endurance, physical prowess, IQ, ME, MA. And then you have physical beauty, which, it's just how attractive you are. Then you have speed. Those are 8 attributes. And you roll 3 6-sided die for each one of those. If you roll a 1, you re-roll that. If you roll 3 6s, I think, then you roll an extra die. So then you're like super exceptional. And then you can distribute those however you want. So I'll roll all that stuff for you guys after stream. And then I'll talk to you guys through where you might want to distribute those things.
Okay.
But for now, the fun stuff is trying to figure out what are you like, how do you contribute to the Goon Squad? Mark, we already know he's going to be able to teleport and like, he's going to be kind of like really good at martial arts and like clinging to ceilings and things like that. Here's a funny bit of trivia. So I was looking it up this week because I wanted to know, like, okay, how close can I get in this game to Nightcrawler? Nightcrawler can only, on a regular, like, his like maximum limit is 2 miles of teleportation.
That's pretty far there, actually.
Yeah, it is. It's really far, and I guess he's exceeded that here and there, but it takes a lot of energy out of him to go 2 miles, and he only teleports where he's been or where he can clearly see. That's like his rule.
Right.
But in this game, it's 5 miles.
Oh, wow.
But you roll basically a 100-sided die, which is percentile. You roll 2 10-sided dice, and you one is the 10th place, one is the 1's place. Basically, like if you teleport someplace you haven't seen before, you roll this percentile die, and it tells you whether you die or you're successful or anywhere in between. I'm assuming Mark will never choose to do that because it could be instant death and you have to make a new character.
Right.
But yeah, anyway, so Mark, we already know Mark's going to be like, he can teleport around, he can hide in the shadows, he can see in the dark, he can now try and figure out what kind of role do I want to be that's going to help out this Goon Squad. And I'll probably create a non-player character that I will control to kind of be alongside you guys.
Okay, cool.
And a lot of dungeon masters and game masters do that. They'll have 1 or 2 NPCs that kind of just hang out with the group. And if you guys get stuck and you're like, I don't know what to do now, it kind of helps move stuff along.
You can be like Snarf from
Thundercats.
Yeah.
Yes, I love Snarf. He's the Thundercats version of Orko.
Yes.
Yeah, he is very much is. Oh no, Cal's broken. Oh, there he is.
Centaur horse, Centaur Zorse.
Yes.
And a Eye.
Yeah.
So what kind of? Oh, I wanted to toss this out there.
You should. Hold on. I want you to show this thing that I found. Can I be that guy?
I think double machine guns would be pretty cool.
Yeah, but no, for real though, this brings up a great point. So I typed in tactical centaur, and this is what I got.
That's
Which is
brilliant.
Like one of them. He's wearing a bicycle helmet. but I think something cool. Like I was like, this thing actually is kind of cool looking. It's really small, but there's some weird centaur stuff. However, I was thinking I could be kind of like some weird, like when you type in centaur, there's some weird things that come up. I was thinking more. Like, this is just incredible. So centaur in the traditional sense. However, I'm like a little bit kitted out. Like I'm the heavy in the group. Is what I was thinking.
Yeah.
Like very strong. Like I could like with my horse legs, I could like kick a car over that strong, or like whatever. Like something's falling down, I could catch it, and the guys could scramble underneath or whatever. Or I'm just carrying a large loadout, like cable style, big old like guns. That was I think would be complementary to what my character is.
Yeah, that's good. I like that. I do want to toss this out just before final decisions are made. The centaur thing might it's totally character preference, but like going into businesses and things, you'd kind of probably have to stay outside a lot of the time when the other characters went in.
Hey, are there any, or where we're going, would there be any pro centaur businesses that would allow me into, like, if we were going into the bar, are there pro centaur bars or restaurants in this town?
Yeah, you know what?
Am I living like, am I living in a pro centaur area or not?
So you're so this version of Seattle, this version of 90s Seattle is mutants and like powered vigilantes are known about, but they're not extremely common. So there wouldn't be any place that's like, expanding their doorways upward for you or like anything like that. But you could there's probably going to be a part of town and certain places here and there that are like amicable to you. So you can, there'll be a bar where you guys can go. You can go hang out and they'll let you just stand by the table or whatever,
Yeah.
So that's fine. Like I just want you to be aware that there might be inconveniences at times, but you have to weigh, because I think this is really cool.
I thrive in adverse conditions, so I'm going to stick.
Perfect. To my body. Awesome. Okay, and there will be like I said, there will be like places where you can. I mean, obviously, I'm creating this, so I can do whatever I want. But I've already written like allows for and incorporates that there are certain people that are like pro mutant. Okay. So you're gonna have those places, and you'll know where they are.
I have a question. So, Mark's Bamf ability would be able to Bamf me in and out of places as well, correct?
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay. That's all I need to know.
Oh yeah, totally. Yeah, you can take. I think you can do up to. Crap! I forgot.
That's okay. We'll figure it out.
A certain number of pounds, as long as you're under. Whatever that number is, then you're good to go. I'm a big individual, so hopefully I'm underneath that. But that's okay.
Anyway, cool. So what's next in this character development? So I'm a tactical centaur. Do I get a name? Do I pick a name?
Yeah, you guys can come up with names. I would say figure out what exactly. So you're tactical. So you're like, are you like a heavy guns type guy?
Yeah, I think like heavy gun. I'm like heavy gun merc type centaur, right? You think that would be cool?
Yeah.
Mutt?
I think it's obvious that that's what you got to be.
I think so. Yeah, I think powerful big guns. I'm the heavy in the group because Mutt and his middle fingers are gonna. I don't actually know what he's gonna do. Mark will be infiltration. I was thinking Mutt could be like a sharpshooter or something like that.
I think I'm gonna try to push magic from my character.
Oh yeah, that's actually genius. Yeah, I like magic.
Because my character is gonna be probably more mentally capable, and probably a spellcaster of some kind.
Perfect.
Lightning bolt. Lightning bolt.
I'm looking up teleportation real quick because I wanted to know before we go any further. Supernatural strength, tentacles, teleport. Self an additional 1,000 pounds. So are you under 1,000 pounds?
No. Well, maybe. What's a horseway?
I don't know. How much is a horseway? Let's find out.
A Zorse. How much is a Zorse weigh?
How much is a horseway? It says whoa, 840 to 2,200 pounds.
Right at it.
Let's see.
Yeah, small Zorse.
What's an average horseway?
1,000.
1,000-pound animal. Hold on. I'm gonna try to get back to see if it does Zorse again because it didn't like that. Zorse facts. 500 to 992 pounds of weight for a Zorse.
Okay.
So, like, let's go 650 pounds is what I weigh.
Yeah, if you're like a middling, and then you've got some horse armor on and a couple of guns or whatever.
Need definitely some armor.
Yeah, some armor. Well, you're drawing it, Mutt, so you make it look cool.
I'm just doing your body right now as if you didn't have any guns. This is just like posing.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, I dig it. That's great. Oh, let me put that back up. I'll go full screen.
Oh wait.
Oh yeah, dude, that is so good. I love that style you're using too. That's awesome.
It looks kind of like Dan.
I like that I'm buff. Yeah, I have my fangs.
It's fangs, and look at those eyebrows.
This is awesome, you guys.
Do I have really big eyebrows?
Yeah, look, it's huge eyebrows I gave you.
I like you gave him vampire fangs too.
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
I'm down. I like it. I'm down.
Okay. Look at me back there.
I think I should wear sunglasses all the time, like pit vipers.
Oh yeah, that's a good idea.
Yeah.
But I kind of like drawing your beady eyes.
I'm down with anything. You do you, and I'm sure it'll be amazing. All right.
Well, I want to keep your eyebrows, so I'm not putting sunglasses.
Okay. Next, I'm gonna pull up.
That's a fine looking eyebrow right there. I don't care what anybody says.
It was a good eyebrow. It really was. I'm gonna pull up. I can't think of the word. Occupations right now.
Okay. All right.
Okay, I'm gonna maybe I can share the screen. I don't know, it might be copyright.
Pull. Oh, I don't know. Yeah, whatever you think.
Whatever, this company's pretty small, and I love them, and I give them lots of money, so they should be okay with me pulling this up.
We're promoting their product right now.
Yeah, it's one of the lesser played RPGs because the rules are so crunchy. So crunchy is like in RPGs, they use that to mean very rules heavy. If the less crunchy something is, the less rules there are. There's actually a really not crunchy game called Savage Worlds that adapted this game into their system. Like they had a partnership so that people could play it without the barrier for entry.
Okay.
But the thing is, if you have a good game master who understands the system well, which I do, then it's not hard for you guys. It's just hard for the game master. And so as long as the game master knows the rules, I can keep it running smooth. It's just a lot of people don't want to have to take the time to learn. But I learned back in the 90s when this is all we had, so it's fine.
Yeah.
Okay, so I'm looking up experimental. No, I want. Education determining. Okay, page 44. Go in there. Page 44. Okay. Computer pro. Okay, so this determines your actually your level of education.
Okay.
Which will obviously feed into your whatever you decide for a career. That's weird. Some of the other systems have just occupation. Mechanical programmer, basic scholarship, skill programs. As many skill programs as allowed by your character's education level, usually 2 or 3 programs. Remember to add. Okay. All right. So we have to actually figure out what your education level is first.
Okay.
Now you guys can either roll for that or you can just pick. I don't care. It's about having fun. So whatever. If you don't want to leave it up to chance, you can just pick. If you want to leave it to chance, then we can roll.
I'm gonna have a doctorate.
I'm not gonna have much because I'm like the meat. I feel like I'm the meathead. Like
you should have like a 6th grade education.
I'm in 6th grade, like maybe 8th grade.
Okay, 8th grade.
I was at least through most of middle school.
Yeah, I think you got to 8th grade, and then you realized that you were just going to work with animals, and you decided just to bow out.
Because I am an animal.
Yeah. Like you were a farm, like you grew up on a farm.
Yeah.
And you just knew you were going to do the family farm, so you just got out of school in 8th grade.
That's fine. I can do that. I can deal with that. That's weird. Okay, so what did?
Weird.
Oh no, I'm looking at it. Depending on your whichever schooling you choose or role, there's also something called special restrictions and notes that are limited. You can kind of like add them. You can add this to, like, for instance, if you choose high school graduate, you can choose the high school educational level. It can only be selected by the following skill programs. No. Okay, you can choose criminal program. It's available to education levels: high school, trade school, military espionage. If taken again, 4 skills are selected from the rogue category. Rogue obviously is like criminal stuff. The professional thief is only available to trade school, military espionage, stuff like that. So anyway, so if you're saying you don't want much schooling, you can either do street schooled or high school graduate.
Okay.
Street schooled says no formal education. Instead, all skills are learned from parents, if any, and on the streets. The character is not necessarily a criminal, lowlife, or an anti-authority punk, although membership in a gang is possible. You can either choose or you can roll on that. Unless a street skill or secondary skill is given up for literacy, the character can barely read and write. No more than a 3rd grade education with a literacy proficiency of only 30%.
Oh, no.
Or you can choose high school,
which
lets you select 2 skill programs, and that's a little further down. Just to give you an idea, the skill programs are business program, there's a communications program, there's computer program, criminal program, domestic program, electrical, espionage, journalist investigation, language, mechanics, vehicles. Mechanical is general, and then there's mechanics, vehicles, medical assistant, medical doctor, medical investigation. So you can be like a pathologist, crime scene person, military program.
Yeah, let's do that. Let's do the high school, and because I can do like military and espionage or something like that.
Okay, so for military, there's military basic, which is gives you hand-to-hand combat basic, gives you running, climbing, military etiquette, radio basic. Weapon proficiency is rifle, and then it also gives. And then if you can pick instead military demolitions, which gives you electronics, basic mechanics. It gives you demolitions disposal, underwater demolitions, and then you can also choose weapon proficiencies.
Imagine a centaur horse swimming. That's all I'm gonna say. Yeah. Let's do that. I want to do I want to do military demolitions. That sounds cool.
Okay, and then you'll still be able to choose proficiencies in rifles and things if you want to do that in your secondaries.
I'm the bruiser, man. That's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna blow stuff up.
All right, let me make a note of that right quick. So we're gonna do high school. We're gonna do military demo, and then you said espionage.
Yeah. What do you think, Mutt? Think like espionage? My character.
I don't think your guys is very sneaky and find things out.
Like, what's something else like smash, blow stuff up? Another one.
Let me share the screen. I'll let you kind of look at them.
Okay.
Let's go share, and then we'll go.
I made that ATV Centaur guy my Roll20 avatar.
Oh, nice! That's awesome. Let me make this a little smaller. So
holy crap, they like really go in depth here.
Yeah.
All right.
So these are
business. What's criminal program?
So criminal, streetwise, pick locks, 3 rogue skills of choice. I'll go to those later. And then if a second criminal program is selected, you can actually take it 2 times. A total of 4 skills can be chosen from the rogue and or weapon proficiency.
Maybe I should be like criminal. Maybe I should pick a couple of those things.
Let me go to the rogue skills. There's more down here too. Robot, science, technical. This is nothing, man. This is nothing. When you
proficiency, modern weapons program, I should get in on that.
Yeah.
That's what I should be in. Yeah.
Okay, so modern is you select 3. So basically, instead of a rogue or espionage or whatever it was you were talking about,
military.
You want to do demolitions and then also the modern weapons.
Yeah, I think that'd be cool. Modern, weapons.
Okay, so let's go down here.
Wow, so in depth.
Military demolitions, you get basic electronics, basic mechanics, demolitions, disposal, and demolitions, and plus underwater demolitions. And you've got under weapon proficiency, modern, you get 3 weapon proficiencies.
Okay.
And then you're also going to be able to choose secondary skills.
Wow.
So for these, you don't add your educational skill bonus. They're just at their base skill level.
Okay.
So and that you can pick. We'll do that later, but you can pick from this giant list here.
Yeah.
But let me go down to weapon proficiencies, and you can kind of like figure out which ones you want to do. So WPs, we've got modern. You've got revolver, auto pistol, bolt action rifles, automatic and semi-auto rifles. Here, let me zoom in. You can just kind of look at it.
Yeah. Let's do heavy weapons, 100%.
Okay.
100%. And
know that.
look, heavy energy weapon and rail guns. I want that one.
Yeah, that's a good idea.
Heavy energy weapon and rail gun, and then maybe I should do like semi-automatic and semi-automatic rifles to like round myself out a little bit.
Okay,
what do you think?
Yeah.
Yes.
Heavy. These are heavy E weapons and energy, and then
heavy energy weapons and rail gun, and then automatic and semi-automatic rifles. Yeah.
Auto. Semi rifles. Did I say you get 3?
Yeah, I got 2, I think. Oh no, I did get 3. You're right.
Let me just make sure. 3.
3.
So let's go back down and look at those again. So.
All right. And then I might as well have I should have like a sweet revolver I carry around like Dirty Harry, you know?
Yeah.
I want to have like a sweet Western style big giant revolver with like an eagle or something in the hilt. Yeah.
Love it. Okay.
Okay, cool. I'm down. Yep.
Okay, so that's. I mean, we can pick your secondaries after we go. We can either go over to Mutt now, or we can pick your secondaries.
I think we go to Mutt and let Mutt do some of his creepy eye thing.
Okay, let me go use the bathroom, and I'll be right back. You guys talk amongst yourselves. Here, I'll put Mutt's you want to put your drawing up or something while we're? No, you can't. Never mind. It's not. It's just on.
Yeah, I'm not sharing right now.
Okay.
It's all good.
All right. Let me just mute myself, and I'll be.
Dude, why are you so ugly, Mutt?
Man, this guy is the ugliest character I've ever developed in my entire life.
Are you drawing it yet? Do you have anything drawn?
I've got something drawn. I don't think you can see it with small,
Maybe
but
not. Oh yeah, that's right. You had that one.
yeah, but look at the guy.
You look like. Oh my gosh, you look like Yoda riding on Luke's back.
Yeah, he's like a Yoda. He's like a hairy Yoda possum.
Yeah. I'm like a hairy Yoda possum.
Yeah, I mean, but he's got like magic powers and
yeah,
really fearsome and ugly.
I think he should be fearsome and ugly. I like the idea of having he's like you're like wicked smart and you can you have like crazy powers. I like that. I think that's cool.
Yeah, he's
a cool name
for my guy or your guy.
I mean both, but my guy.
Yeah, your guy needs to be like well, the word Zorse is really funny. Like it's a really cool word.
Yeah.
So you should do something with that.
All right, unique horse names. Oh my god, this is so stupid.
Like, yeah. Like
right.
Go ahead.
I have I looked up just horse-related names. Yeah. And what I got was Caramel Highlights, Poison Apple, Desert Rose, Banana Split, Peachy Keen, Apple Pea, Brioche.
Banana Split. I love it. Or like Apple Dumpling.
Apple Dumpling.
Like you're from a farm, so like you got your dad, your mom and dad named you some country horse name.
Yeah. Oh, what is the side I've gone to? Oh, Deceptive Side Ahead. I'm not going there. Wow, I've never seen that before. Donkey Name Generator. Let's see what that gives me. I'm in a weird part of the internet. I've gotten here.
Yeah, you need to. Okay, so weird donkey names would be like Ajax,
Wonky Donkey, Dougie Donkey.
Ajax isn't bad.
Ajax is pretty cool, actually. Ajax was I think it was a Greek, like
I think so. So Ajax might be kind of like but we could call you Ajax, but your real name is Applejacks.
You were planning that.
No, I just thought of it.
Ajax. Let's see.
Ajax is the perfect name for your character because he's pretty awesome. But then at the same time, his farmer parents named him Applejacks.
Ajax is a Greek name that means of the earth.
That's perfect. Dude, that's perfect. You're a Zorse centaur named Ajax. I think that's pretty awesome.
All right, hold on. Let's see. Ajax is notable for his abundant strength and courage, seen particularly in 2 fights with Hector. Ajax is chosen to meet Hector in a duel which lasts most of a whole day. Ajax at first gets the better of the encounter, wounding Hector with his spear and knocking him down with a large stone.
It's perfect.
Yeah, Ajax, I like Ajax. And how about his name is Ajax, and his real name is not Applejacks, but that's what you're like really snarky, like hideous, ugly character calls him.
My Yoda possum.
Your Yoda possum. That's hilarious.
That's awesome.
Okay.
All right.
Done.
Let's all right, I got a name and everything. Let's move on and let Mutt get some of his stuff figured out.
Okay, so your name is Macho? I mean, sorry, Ajax?
Ajax. Ajax.
Okay.
Like the Greek demigod.
How old do you want to be?
I feel like I should be really old. You know how like Wookiees are like 400 years old or something? Are they like?
No, I disagree. I think you should be
young?
like, I think you should be like fresh off the farm. Like you got a full head of steam. Life is all ahead of you. Everything is like, an adventure.
I think I should be at least like I'm like carrying around all these guns and stuff. I feel like I should be somewhat, experienced.
Seasoned and yeah. Well, that's true. Yeah,
some military behind you.
Yeah, I mean, how about I could just be my own age?
Well, like even a 26-year-old military guy who's been in since he was 18 has a little bit of like, seasoned ability because of the action.
Okay, sure. 26.
I just like you. I like you young because I think you're going to be like rushing in full head of steam and everything.
Okay, that's fine. Let's say 26 years old.
All right, cool. We got 26 Ajax. We got your Azorus. We've got that you're basically about half animal. And then the other stuff we'll go over later. Okay, Mutt, we're over to you.
Yeah.
So you're
I'm an II. Yep, I'm an II. Whatever that is.
How old do you want to be?
112.
Within the lifespan of a human or II. I'm not sure which one to choose from.
Well, let's go human because I'm sure it outlives an II, right?
Yeah, we'll say you have a human longevity. How's that?
Yeah. So do you want me to pick an age in a human years?
Yeah. Do you want to be like old and grizzled? Do you mean young
72.
and fresh?
72.
In human years?
Yeah, 72.
All right.
Yeah.
There might be some atrophy that comes with age. I don't know. Well,
have you seen my character? He can barely move. He's got this weird finger.
I love it. Okay.
That's why he's magical.
Yeah.
Oh, you're a magical guy.
He's magic.
Yes.
He's magic.
Love it. Okay. Let me go back to the occupation. I'm actually have to choose a different book, so I don't think there's magic in this book. Oh. Actually, no, there might be. No, it's okay. This system has everything. I just have to. Yeah. I have like 1 million PDFs on my computer that I have to switch between. And I think, let's see.
So in looking at, I was typing in to try to think of a funny name for Mutt's like Yoda possum. I typed in famous possums, and I found a website, and it's literally, I can't believe where I am right now. It's famous possums throughout history.
Nice.
And I'm gonna send this to you. Like, this is some good reading, guys, that I feel like you all should probably read.
Yeah, we will
probably see. I'm gonna share it with you guys.
Okay.
All right.
While Cal's looking for this, it's really important.
It's really.
I put it in the private chat for your enjoyment.
We'll peruse that later.
The first image is disturbing. I got.
Here, let me pull it. You want me to put it on the screen?
Yeah, sure.
Where is it? Do you have it up yet?
Oh, sorry. No. Let me get. My bad.
No worries.
That's what she said.
Yeah.
I couldn't resist. Sorry.
My wife and I had tried how we do each other.
All right, I have it up right now. Like, this is what I just found.
What in the world?
All right, so famous possums throughout history.
Oh, what? Ooh.
The official animal of the South.
Man, possums are terrible things.
Look at this thing. Ugh. Heidi the cross-eyed possum.
There you go. Look at that.
That's Heidi the cross-eyed possum.
Heidi, yeah.
Odie the swamp possum.
Odie, I like that.
Opie, drug-free possum.
Uh-huh.
That possum looks like it's been on drugs.
Brasstown.
Whoa. San Diego Demonoid.
Shoot, yuck. Ooh.
Chupacabra. Okay, Mutt.
Yeah.
Do you want to be? So you have a few different choices. You can be like, a mystic, like a wizard, like you have spell magic stuff like that.
Yeah.
You can have an enchanted object that grants you abilities.
Oh, I like that.
Or you can have an enchanted weapon, which is itself an ability, but it also grants you certain abilities, depending on which one you choose.
Like striking abilities too. Like if I chose a wizard staff, I could also use it to strike.
Yeah. So you've got good and evil. You got weapons of order and weapons of chaos.
Mm-hmm.
So here's some of the options, or here's some of the attributes. So one, it's totally indestructible. So the blade, if it's a blade, it never dulls, and the weapon never dents, cracks, or breaks. It always looks like new. It's well balanced and lightweight, so you get a bonus to, like, in combat, to strike and to parry. It's made of black, gray, blue-gray, dark red, blood red, or bright gold or silver-colored metal. Is always inscribed with rune symbols. The weapon's base damage, it's got a base damage for it. Effects damages all creatures of magic. So it would be helpful in fighting magical creatures and things, because some creatures are only affected by magical weapons.
Okay. I don't know. Let me ask you a question. Does an II have a pouch?
Let's find out, shall we?
If it's a marsupial, then I know where I'm going to go.
Oh my gosh. Okay, it's a lemur.
That it does not. Then it doesn't have a pouch like a possum would.
Why don't you pick something with a pouch then?
You could be a possum.
The eye looks so cool though.
It looks cool.
Yeah, I'm gonna stay with II. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna choose some kind of a hat.
Oh, okay.
Kind of a wizardy hat that I could. You remember the wizard in the Dungeons and Dragons cartoon?
Yeah.
And he would pull his hat off, and he would continually pull crazy things out of his hat. I want like a wizard's hat.
Okay, so let me take you through the magical items then. So, magic. So, having a magical item grants you either magical spells or super abilities.
Okay.
So, you can either roll on we have tables here you can roll on, or you can choose. You can either choose. So here are the options that are actually on the table. Actually, here, let me. I'm going to share the screen again.
Yeah.
There you go, Mutt.
Perfect.
Hold on, let me go over there. Hold on, let me see what you guys are doing. I can't see. Oh. What? Is that an II?
No, it's a possum.
Oh, okay.
I was just looking at dumb crap. Like,
you see this guy right here with the vest? He's got like a poncho and a hat.
Oh yeah,
I would love to have a poncho and a hat.
Oh, that's what. Yeah, look, you model him after this guy.
Yeah, why not? It's a what do you call it? Like a little ensemble. It's a magic ensemble.
Yeah, it's a cloak and a hat. If I can get a cloak and a hat, I think I could do some pretty amazing things.
And a stick.
Okay, so I'll take you through. So starting at the bottom here on the left side, there's a choice of 3 minor super abilities. That's going to be stuff like heightened senses, like being able to I think there's like I don't know. We can go to those later. But so 3 minor super abilities, not big ones. For instance, in Mark's character, the teleportation is a major. All of his others are minor. So night vision is minor. Enhanced physical prowess is minor. Meld with shadows is minor. Being able to like suction on a ceiling, stuff like that. That's all minor.
Okay.
Choice of 1 major super ability, excluding immortality or any of the control powers, which I can take you through. The next is choice of 1 minor super ability and 3 spells from 3 different categories. Or the character can cast spells, pick 3 from each of the spell levels 1 through 4, and a total of 8 selected, blah, blah, blah. Anyway, and then next is character can cast spells, pick 4 spells from each. Looks like it's just a little better. You have a few more spells. Or then the last one is the character can cast spells, and you pick 8 spells. And then you roll or you choose what level you cast the spells at. So basically there's spells at certain levels. So there's I think there's 12 levels of spells, and then you cast them at a certain level. So let's just say there's a fireball spell that's at level 4, then you could cast it at level 5 or level 6 or whatever. It gives you more dice to roll basically. And then you also get go back to that stuff. You also get save pluses to save on magic. You get extra health, basically 1d4 to your structural damage capacity. So that's how much damage you can take. One of the following special abilities: select one or roll percentile. Oh yeah, so you can either pick or you can roll. You either impervious to fire, invisibility at will. You can fly, same as impervious to poison, shoot firebolt from hand, +3 to save for sonics, 1d4. Anyway, stuff like that. I have to check. Answer the door. I'll be right back.
All right.
Yep.
Well, right off the bat, I'm really digging invisibility.
Yeah.
I'm also digging firebolt.
Yeah.
Firebolt. That's all. That's just because I want to yell. I want to yell like that.
Yeah.
I want to go firebolt, firebolt. That's what I want to do. And then impervious and cannot be stopped by poisons or gas. I think it'd be good.
Yeah, I like that too.
Okay.
And those will be are those things that you can use to help the to help the crew, or are they just for him? Could he cast a spell on us to help us?
Yeah, there's some spells that are. A lot of spells are to help others. There's there's offensive spells, there's defensive spells, and then there's another category where you could cast a fiery sword on your friend so he can use a fiery sword, stuff like that.
Cool.
Or cast a force field around your buddy. Yep.
Cool.
I don't know, man. Why don't you pick for me? Why don't you tell me what you would do?
I like the ones that you just said, Mutt, like the invisibility. How many do you get again?
So, okay, the other abilities you get, let's see. Where'd that go? Other abilities. One of the following, select one or roll. So those ones I just listed, those are kind of just like a fringe benefit of having the item. And then there's also, and then you get one of those. Then there's also the previous table, which is choosing whether you want just super abilities, just magical abilities, or a mixture of the two. And from that point, I mean, dude, there are hundreds of each magical spells and superpowers. There are so many books with extra powers and stuff, but basically just think of any superhero in any DC, Marvel, or wherever, and their powers are in these books, and there's a bunch more on top of those. So
okay, yeah.
DC.
I would like to make darkness. I would like to be able to make darkness.
Okay, that's already that's a thing.
And I would like to be able to become invisible at will.
Okay, so you can use your
a spell.
Do you want to do a spell for that, or do you want to choose that as your your extra ability? Because that's one of the extra abilities there. Invisible at will, no limit to how often it's used, but restricted to 30-minute intervals. So if you picked it as a spell, there would be you have a certain amount of like magical energy you can expel. So you'll have a limit to how often you can do it.
Okay.
And if you choose it as your hat just gives you this ability, then you can do it whenever you want, but you can only do it for 30 minutes at a time. I don't think that matters because it says it no limit to how often. So you just go 30 minutes, hide behind a tree, and then reactivate it. It's okay, big deal. If you did it, so there's 3 options basically. You can do it as a magical spell, which you have to use magic energy for. You can do it as a superpower. I'm sure there's one super ability that lets you go invisible. That one I'll need to look it up, but it's probably very similar to the fringe benefit one. Then there's the fringe benefit one, which is the one I just said, where you can do it as often as you want, but only for 30 minutes at a time.
Let's pick it as a spell.
Okay, let me get the spell up real quick. Okay.
So I'm gonna let you guys know, and you can continue on, but I will have to be jumping out shortly.
Okay. You have about 10 minutes, yeah or no?
As usual. Yeah, I have a few more minutes. We can go.
Okay. Superhuman strength. What is this stuff? Magic. Okay, I'm on magic.
And I did put something on our chat in Twitter that you guys should go look at later. It's a video. You don't want to watch it right now. You can watch it later.
All right. Let's see. For invisibility simple, there's a level 3 spell. Let me see if there's a better one. Level 6. Invisibility superior is level 7. So there's level 3 and 7. Let me find those real quick and read them off to you. So level 3 invisibility is self, includes clothes and articles on one's person. You can be invisible for up to 3 minutes per level of experience. Here, everyone's starting at level 1, so just 3 minutes. It expends 6 of your potential psychic energy, and I'm not sure how much you would start with yet. But so it says the spellcaster and anything he is wearing or carrying at the time are turned completely invisible. Any object picked up after the character has become invisible remains visible. Likewise, any item on his person that is dropped becomes visible. Neither normal or night vision can detect invisibility. Let's see. Although character retains physical mass, this means he cannot go through walls. Well, obviously, just turns invisible. Yeah. So let me go to level 7 then. See what that one does. I don't think any of the categories lets you pick a level 7 spell, but let me just check. Level 9.
This is so detailed.
Oh, dude, this is nothing. I have dozens of books from these guys. I mean, I'm like on purpose limiting what we can do because there are so many books, and that's why I'm starting with TMNT. Another reason is because if I went right to Rifts, you guys would be able to pick a Cosmo Knight if you wanted, which is basically a knight that can travel through space at the speed of the Enterprise. You can fire beams that can destroy worlds. I mean, there's so much in this freaking game system. Okay, Invisibility Superior is you can, again, just up to 3 minutes per level. That's weird. Self or other by touch. Powerful incantation that makes the spellcaster invisible to all.
By touch, I want because I've got that weird finger.
He's got a weird long. Yeah.
Let's see. Spellcaster invisible to all means of detection, ordinary vision, infrared, ultraviolet, and other optics, heat, motion detectors, and even an animal's sense of smell cannot locate. Whoa! Wow. The footprints are made, and no footprints are made, and little sound You have a prowl ability of 84%, which obviously means you have an 84% chance of being undetected. The magic is broken only if the character makes a hostile move or engages in combat. At the instant, he becomes completely visible. Note, the invisible character is not ethereal and cannot walk through walls. Why do they keep telling us that? He must still use the door, the active force, and blah, blah, blah. Okay, so anyway. So, yeah. So, but I don't know. Let me check again and see if you can pick that one. 1 through 4, 1 through 6. Oh, okay. Yeah, if you choose the actually no, they all have it. So choice of minor super abilities and 3 spells from each of the spell levels 3, 4, and 5. So that wouldn't cover it. But if you went to the next one of the next 3, the character can cast spells, pick 3 from each of the spell levels 1 through 4, and a total of 8 from levels 5 through 8. Or you can do 4 from each of the spell levels 1 through 4, and then a total of 6 selected from the spells level 5 through 8. Or you can do a total of 8 from levels 1 through 6, and a total of 8 from 7 through 12. So that's the best one because you get the most spells.
Yeah, you lost me. You're just going to pick for me.
Okay. You're just saying numbers.
Yeah. Okay, so basically the 3 categories. One is you get a bunch of spells from the lower levels, and then a bunch from the higher levels, except for not the highest. Or you can pick the next one sucks because you get less spells. Then the last one is you get more spells overall and more from higher levels. So that's the one you want to pick. Yeah. Okay. So what I'll do is offline, I'll put together
our characters together.
Yeah, I'll put your characters together. I mean, I have basically like the main thing for you guys is picking what kind of character you want.
Yeah.
And then creating their personality and their looks and all that stuff, and then I can give you all the behind the scenes stuff.
All right, cool.
So let's just recap just for the viewers and for us before Macho has to take off. Macho is a Zorse centaur.
We prefer humanoid horse nouns.
Yeah, he's a woke. He's a woke one too. So his character needs to be woke for sure.
It's 90s. There's no woke yet.
Yeah, I'm a radical Zorstar.
And Macho's a heavy weapons expert.
Yeah.
Demolitions and heavy weapons.
Yeah.
Then Mutt is a mutant eye.
Yeah.
By the way, you're already. I mean, eyes. Are already pretty bipedal.
Okay. Yeah. Right.
So we'll do this. We'll do this offline. But basically, the way that Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles works is you have a certain, depending on your size, you have a certain amount of something called bioenergy.
Yeah.
So like you remember TMNT, they had the green ooze. It was called like mutagen.
Yeah.
So basically, when you guys got mutated, you came in contact with mutagen, and depending on the size of your base animal, you have a certain amount of mutagen, and it works on a sliding scale. So because Macho is bigger, Azorus is bigger, he has less mutagen, and so he but that's okay. What happens is you go backwards, and if you remove mutagen, then basically it'll reduce your size a little, but it'll give you like the ability to speak, stuff like that. I'll work that out in the background so that it's optimal for you. Okay, Macho?
All right, deal.
And then, but for you, Mutt, since you're small, and already bipedal, it'll allow you to, do stuff like number one, pick a magical class because not everyone can choose that.
Right.
But because you have so much bio-E, you can kind of put, but you have a magical item, so it doesn't even really matter. You know, forget about it. I'll do it off camera. But yeah. So
You're definitely gonna do a good job with that.
Macho's heavy weapons and
Yes.
demolitions. Mutt is a tiny, venerable magic using monkey lemur type thing that's terrifying looking. And then Mark, who isn't here, is going to be basically Nightcrawler from X-Men. I'm going to try and get him to...
Can we pick his animal?
Well, that's the thing. I was going to say is we need to come up with an animal for him. So
hold on.
Yeah. You want to pull that up real quick?
Yeah,
I can put you.
And then I gotta split. Let's see. All right.
Yeah.
All right, hold on. 12.
You gotta pick an animal for him.
Let me. Oh wait, not video talk.
Give us something.
I know. All right, here we go. All right, 12 and submit. All right, I got a coyote,
panda,
an earwig, a giant panda, a ground squirrel, a d-hole. Whoever that is.
That you chose to pronounce it that way is hilarious.
No, I know it. That's not how it's pronounced, but I just went for d-hole.
I love it.
Bumblebee, armadillo, Jeffrey's tamarin.
Okay.
And
penguin.
Oh man, penguin's good. And active exhibit. Look at that black bear.
Yeah, that's cool.
That kind of looks like Mark.
Whoa, that is cool. That's an Asian black bear?
Yeah.
Dude, that is so cool.
Asiatic black bear. That's cool.
Yeah, Asiatic black bear. Yeah.
Let's do that for Mark.
But he can bamf.
Yeah.
I love it.
Just imagine like that thing sitting there and then bamf, and you just see black smoke everywhere.
The best part about it is that he's not here to defend or choose the thing that he wants.
Yeah.
That's what I like about it.
So what would he hate the most? That's the real question.
I mean,
it's kind of
the giant panda is pretty funny, but I kind of like the bear.
I do too. I like the bear.
All right.
Yeah. Mark's an Asiatic. He's an Asiatic black bear with huge sideburns.
With huge sideburns. Look at him.
Dude, that is so cool. Oh man.
All right, boys. Well,
I love it.
I've had a great time, but I do have to get out of here.
Yeah.
So, good time stream with you tonight. Thank you, Cal, for heading us up. Make me proud with all the dice rolls and the things you're doing. And we'll kind of go over this over all the details that you get together next week, right?
Sounds good.
2 weeks or whatever we're going to do. Probably we'll be back next week in some form of action, but then All right, cool. Well, I got to get out of here. Thank you guys so much for joining us. Nobody's watching, but that's okay. In the future,
we had one. For a while.
That's good. But anyway.
All right.
That was cool, man. I'm excited about this.
Okay, I'm going to stay on with Mutt for a minute after I have to ask a question, but you can get out of here.
All right. Thanks, guys. I'll see you later.
Bye, Macho. Okay, so you're probably not going to be on next week, right? You're doing every other week?
That's correct, yeah. But I was thinking that you guys could just go ahead and play my character as you see fit.
Oh, we're not playing next week. We still got to go over Mark's character.
Okay.
And then I want to like go through all the details. And I don't want to do it every week for this. Like this is just like an extra thing.
Sure.
To try and hook, we're still live, so it's okay if people know. Try and hook some extra folks in to come and check us out.
Yeah.
But I figured next week we can just do a regular show.
Okay.
And then when you come back on in 2 weeks, we can go over maybe not read through, but kind of like each talk about our character a little bit, like backstories, whatever you guys want to come up with.
Yeah.
Um,
If you do a sketch, a full sketch of yours, your 3 characters, that would be awesome. Stuff like that. But do you want to wait till 2 weeks to pick your education skills like we did with Macho tonight? Or do you want to do that off camera?
Well, I mean, can I just tell you that because I think I said I wanted to be like a doctorate level. Somebody that really knows a lot, because obviously I don't have a lot of physical attributes, so I want to be the wizard of the group.
Yeah. We'll run to that real. And no, we go. Then we can hop off. Let's see. Education notes. I lose this stuff so fast. These books are not organized all that well. I love the company, but they've always just kind of like done like the old newspaper style where they just like have a piece of paper and then they like glue stuff onto it.
Yeah. Is it like PDFs? Are you looking at PDFs?
I'm looking at PDFs, but the way that they create them is like really they're still doing it old school, which I mean, Kevin Symbieta, I love you, man, and you do stuff however you want. He's the owner of the company, but yeah, it's a little unwieldy compared to like modern books and stuff. Okay, so we've got education level. Let's see if you're doctorate level, that's the highest one. So select 4 skill programs and then 10 secondary skills. So you're going to be doing a lot of I'll be doing a lot of off-camera skill picking for you. But
yeah, I mean, just if you gear it toward, if you think about like Merlin or Gandalf inside of that terrible monkey rodent thing, that's how you could plan it out, and you would pick exactly what I would pick.
Okay.
Because that's what I'm going for.
Okay. Yeah, I've got a good idea. Okay, I'll do that before we meet up again, and you guys will have fully fleshed out characters, and then
awesome.
Then hopefully, like for you viewers, if you want to tune in for our first play session, it'll be a month from today, probably.
Okay. Yeah, because you got to get Mark done too.
Yeah.
And yourself, right? Or does the Dungeon Master do anything?
Oh, I do all the things, but I'm gonna make a character to hang out with you guys, but I have to I'm creating the adventure. I'm populating 90s Seattle.
I mean, that's awesome, but I'm saying like you will have a character as a part of the team.
Oh yeah, dude, I couldn't run a game with you guys and not have a character involved. It would be wrong, man.
Right, absolutely.
I got to be in there, so I'm gonna have a ton of fun creating a character for myself. But yeah, no, it's gonna be fun, and I already have like an awesome like few months of play, worth of story that I've been kind of working on, and it's fun. It's gonna be cool. I hope you guys dig it.
To it. Yeah, I'm looking forward to it, man. I mean, once we get all the details of the characters and you've got the storyline that we can work out, that's gonna be good.
Yes. Okay, cool. Well, I think that's good. And for our 0 viewers, thank you for hanging around.
Somebody will watch later. Yeah.
So our people, I guess, aren't super interested in this, but I'm kind of doing this because I want to hook some other folks in.
Yeah.
You know, there's not a lot of streams about like with this game, and they are getting a lot of views. So yeah, I'm hoping to kind of like appeal to a new audience. But
I mean, part of the fun will be newbie like me going through it and just like stumbling my way through and killing some orcs or whatever.
I was telling my wife today, I'd much rather like run a game with guys like you and Macho and Mark than guys who've been playing for 20 years, because number one, there's no pressure on me to like be a great game master. Like you guys don't even know what that is.
All right.
But two, there's no meta knowledge for you. Like there's like, guys who are lifelong players of this game like me. We know all the rules. We like have a good idea of what's going on in each part of the country and the world. There's all this meta knowledge. You guys don't have any of that. You're just like, you're going in, like you're learning stuff as your character is supposed to learn it. You don't know it already and have to pretend like you don't know it. That's called metagaming, and that's like where you have all the info and like you're trying to act like you don't know it, but you're also trying to like cheat the system a little bit because you do know it. But you guys don't have that knowledge, and none of you guys are going to take the time to like buy the books and study up on in the background. So no cheating the system. It's just going to be fun, And I wish we could get in one room. I mean, it would be awesome, but online is second best, and it'll be cool.
Well, maybe one of these days we can find an opportunity to get into one room and have a good time with it.
Oh, that'd be sweet, man.
Maybe maybe Texas is the place, you know?
Yeah,
You're
well,
not too far, right?
Mark's there. No, I'm not that far. I mean, Texas is a big place, but
yeah. But I'm thinking like,
but I'm not too far from there.
Like a Dallas Comic-Con or something like that, maybe.
Oh, that'd be sweet, man.
That'd be fun.
I wish they were doing that Comicsgate Con in Texas and not Florida. I think they were talking about doing it in Florida.
Oh, I didn't know they were doing one. Are they doing one?
Well, they keep going back to it. I don't know if there's any definite plans, but Texas would be great because it's kind of in the middle. You know, I mean, it's south, but still in the middle, and I could get there pretty easy.
It doesn't cost a ton to fly into Dallas. You know, doesn't cost a lot.
Right.
I mean, you know, not like flying out somewhere else on the West Coast or East Coast or something.
Right. Cool. All right. Well, I'll let our people go, and I'll let you go, and I'll go do some stuff. And it'll be good, man.
All right, brother.
All right. Have a good night. Bye, Mutt. Bye, everybody.
Later.
Bye.
Peace.